what it was. You know who it is, and you tuned in with Priceless Knowledge yourself, and I came to bring you a little cosmic insight for today. Hey, it's November 16, 2020. It's Monday. I'm going to tell you off the rip, I ain't no fan of Mondays or the Monday, but I'm here with you, so let's get it cracking. And so today, we got the moon in Sagittarius forming a trine aspect with Mars and Aries. And the moon is instinctive awareness and emotional nature. Mars is energy, action, drive. And so with this, what we get is a cooperation between our emotions and our actions. You know, the sense of passion is kind of heightened, and people might even feel a much greater sense of purpose behind the shit they find themselves doing. And my advice to y'all is, with all this fire energy going around today, let's make sure that we think it before we show our ass, and our whole life end up in smoke. You know, when the temper tantrum is over with. So, you know, check yourself before you wreck yourself. We also have this Sagittarius moon forming a square aspect to Neptune and Pisces. And Neptune is sympathy and faith. The moon is our emotional nature and instinctive awareness. And with this aspect, you know, there comes kind of a potential conflict between our emotions and a sense of idealism. You know, people are going to be more intuitively sensitive to the awareness of others, and it's probably going to be pretty intense for those of us that are empathic. And with this mix of Pisces and Sagittarius energy, you know, the tendency to resort to them escapist behaviors is also going to be pretty greatly enhanced. And so for those of us that struggle with that type of shit, you know, let's please not forget how far we've come. You know, we're not trying to go backwards. That's not what we're doing, man. And so for those of us that struggle with those type of things like I have in my life, if you need somebody to chop it up with today, I'm right here. And it ain't no thing, just hit me. And so we also have the moon and the sun forming a trine to Chiron also. We have the sun forming a beautiful sextile to Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in Capricorn. We have Venus forming a square to Jupiter, Saturn, and in Pluto that are in Capricorn. And we have Mercury opposite Uranus still. So there's a whole mix of turbulent energy going on out there, man. And what you do with it is what you do with it. But with this Sagittarius moon going on, I want to talk to y'all a little bit about my beliefs. And I'm not going to impose what I believe on anybody. And if my beliefs don't align with your beliefs, I love you anyway. And I hope that I can still get the same in return. But Sagittarius is about beliefs. And I'm going to let you know I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. And if you get offended, which I don't know how you could, because anything I speak is going to be about love, then, you know, you get offended. And you know what to do. Because Mars is still in Aries and it's direct. And so, with that being said, I'm going to tell you two things. First, I'm going to tell you what I was told about heaven and hell and formulated my belief off of, you know. Because it's really a state of being that you can live in any realm of existence. And I also am going to tell you what I believe. Period. The whole foundation of my belief system. And so, with that being said, I was riding with my uncle one day, and we were at Sonic, and I asked him something about heaven and hell, or, you know, it was not long after my mother had died, so maybe I asked her something about the afterlife. And he said this. He said, Roddy, this is what I believe hell is. He said, hell is a dark room. And when you look into this room, You see a group of people fighting and killing each other. And it's total chaos, full of anger and negativity. And upon further inspection, if you look, you see each one of these individuals has a spoon tied to their arm. It's a long spoon or a ladle, in which a way that there's no matter which way they move their arm, they could never get the mouth of the spoon to their own mouth. And so they're starving to death. And so there was a big pot of food in the middle of the room, but it's knocked over and it's everywhere. And people can't even lick that up because they're killing each other. And I mean, that's what it is. It's filth. It's hate. That's hell. They can't feed themselves. And he said, but let me tell you about heaven. He said, heaven's next door. He said, when you look into this window and see heaven, you see a room that's set up similarly. You see people in there laughing and smiling. You see people communing together. You see people full. And it's just a beautiful scene to see this after what you saw next door. And upon further inspection here, you see that these people have a spoon tied to their arm in the exact same way as they did next door. But they're all in wonderful bliss. You know why? It's because they're feeding each other. They saw past their own ass and loved the next man. And they fed each other. And everyone was nourished. And everyone got what they needed. That's what this is about. This priceless knowledge I'm trying to give you. You understand? And so let's talk about what the foundation of my belief system is. Okay? I've lived a rough life. I've done a lot of messed up things in my own life. You know? I've been to prison. I've hurt my family members, betrayed them. You know? I've been a dog of every sort. But I've also got so many people that'll tell you that I love them and that I would do anything to help them and protect them. You know, you can ask 20 different people, 20 different people the same question about me and you're going to get 20 different answers, you know, and that's because of my own actions. And I got to deal with that. But, I'm able to forgive myself. I'm able to forgive other people that have hurt me because I believe that everything that is evil or everything that our human mind has a capacity to understand or filter as evil has to do with this human body. It has to do with this physical realm. You see, on the other side, there is no body. So there is no murder. There is no rape. There is no adultery. There is no pedophilia. There is no assault. That eliminates 80 or 90% of all things that we consider evil. And then dig these blues. You know, there is no male or female on the other side. Yes, there's masculine and feminine energy, but that's not male or female. And if you think it is, you are gravely mistaken. But what we have is, on the other side, there is no sexual BS. You know, there is no money. So greed is out of the question. All power comes from the Creator. And it is love. Okay? And so, lastly, that leaves what? Lying. But you see, on the other side, you don't speak audibly. When I come to you, my intentions are automatically known to you. I allow them to be known to you, but there is no hiding them. You see who I am. You know what I came to bring to you when I come to you. So that eliminates lying. So does that mean that it's cool to be out here, hurting people, hurting children, and then blank saying, oh, no, it's just this human body. No, that don't mean that. You're still responsible for your actions. And at the end of this life, you got to look you in the mirror. And deal with those you've hurt. And a lot of us ain't going to be able to withstand that pressure. I promise you. Despite whatever God has to bring to you. The pressure you going to bring yourself at the end of this life is going to be a motherfucker, man. And so I told you what I believe because I want people to be able to forgive people. That don't mean you got to fool with them. Like I said, man, hurt people hurt people. Don't hurt me, I won't hurt you, man. Hey, I can love you from a distance. I can stay the fuck up out of your way. I love you enough to know that if you come hurting me, I'm going to destroy you. So let's stay out of each other's way. And that's beautiful too. That is a form of love. People just feel what they don't understand. Hey, man. No matter what we got going on, don't never forget, just because you're built like that, don't mean you have to build like that. This has been some priceless knowledge of self. If you're fooling with me, please like, share, and subscribe. And go join my group, man. Priceless Knowledge of Self. If you're interested in any astrological readings or numerology readings, please feel free to hit me up in the comments below or at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. Hey, I don't know anything else. Y'all keep it real.